Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with allthingsbbq.com, and this is Cold Smoked Salmon. Well, this week I'm going to be walking you guys through the two-stage process of preparing cold smoked salmon. And that first stage of the process is actually curing our fillet of salmon. Then we'll finish it up with a cold smoke. All right, first thing we need to do is toast off some of our spices for the cure. Now I have some black peppercorns here that we're going to toast. I also have some fennel seeds, but those we're going to do separately because they kind of cook at different speeds. So just over medium heat, kind of move these around, and what you'll notice is as they warm up, they start to really become aromatic, and that's when we know that they've got that nice toast on them. And what's happening when we toast these is we're just waking everything up. All the aromas start to come out. It really activates these spices. It's been about 90 seconds now that these have been on here, and they're really starting to become aromatic, so we're going to take them off. We're just going to place those right there on a tea towel, because the next thing we want to do is crack these things open. The easiest way I've found to do this is to trap them in the towel here and use your meat mallet to break them down. We're getting there, but we've got a little ways to go. It doesn't have to be very fine, just broken open like that. That'll work. All right, so we'll just gather all these spices here in our bowl so we can mix everything together before we get it on the salmon. Next, we're going to get down our fennel seeds, and these will go a little bit faster, probably less than a minute before these start to really become aromatic. Almost immediately, you can get that fennel smell coming off of these. Super fruity. I mean, it totally changes. It's almost a more fruity aroma, but just super concentrated fennel. If you let these sit still, you'll see they want to start hopping and popping. We just want to keep them moving so we don't scorch anything. And those can go directly into the bowl. So we've got this 1/4 cup of fennel seeds, a couple tablespoons of the black pepper. Let's go ahead and add the rest of the aromatics. Here's a tablespoon of anise and a tablespoon of dried thyme. Now for the curing portion, we have a cup of kosher salt, a cup of brown sugar, and a 1/2 cup of white sugar. So just give this a good mix. And then we're going to add just a touch of citrus to this in the form of lemon juice and lemon zest. So it ends up this wet sand kind of consistency. So now that we've got that cure assembled, we're going to go ahead and get it on the salmon and get the salmon wrapped up and into the fridge. All right, so we've got a big sheet of plastic wrap here. We're going to put half of our cure down on top of the plastic and kind of spread that out in the shape of the salmon. So then we'll get in here with our king salmon. We've got about a 2.5 pound fillet today, and put that right there on the cure and cover the top half with the remainder of the cure. All right, so we kind of got that packed in there. We're going to get this wrapped up, which is not actually a necessary step. You could put it into a container without wrapping it, but it just keeps things a little bit more tidy. All right, nice and tight, just like that. Next, you're going to need a couple of pans. A baking dish or something like that will work, and we're going to place them one on top of the other to kind of put some pressure on the salmon. And then you're going to want something to weigh that pan down, about 5 to 10 pounds. Anything will work. I've got some canned goods we're going to throw on there today, but you could use literally anything you have sitting around the house that's going to add a little extra weight. At this point, we're gonna put this into the refrigerator and we'll come back to check on it in 24 hours. After it's sat for 24 hours, we'll take those weights off, that pan off, and flip the salmon over so that it cures evenly. This is gonna go on probably for 2 to 3 days, but we'll talk about doneness a little bit later and what you're looking for and how firm that fish ends up. It's been about 24 hours since we started curing our salmon, and I wanna show you the changes that are happening. So here's what it looks like today. You can see that there's a lot of liquid that's moving around inside our package. I'm not going to open this up because I don't want to let it out, but we do want to flip this thing over. That way the cure can distribute evenly, and we'll do this again tomorrow until this is done about 3 days in. Next, we're going to go ahead and get this grill set up for our cold smoking. First thing you want to do is flip it on, but do not hit that start button. This is going to allow the fans to run without creating heat. Now to create the smoke, we've filled an amazing tube smoker with cherry pellets, and we're gonna light that with the torch. You just wanna let that burn back for about 30 to 60 seconds, and then you can blow it out, and it will just create that smoke and slowly burn back to the end of the tube. So now you've got those fans that are forcing the air through the pit and pushing the smoke out the stack so you get a really clean burning smoke the entire time. This is fully set up for cold smoking now. We're putting off very, very little heat, and as you can see, it's already plenty cold out, so we don't have to worry about any extra heat. All right, so this is about a 2-pound piece of salmon that we started curing over 3 days ago, and you can see it shrunk down, and as you press on it, it's firmed up. If I hold it from the center here, it does very little flopping, which is because it's become cured at this point. In that 3-day curing process, a lot of that moisture has been sucked out of there and the cure's been sucked into it. So after that 3-day process, what you want to do is completely rinse it off, get all that extra salt off of there, and then throw it onto one of these racks like we just had it on, put it in the fridge. 8 hours is great, but if you can go overnight, that's even better. And during that time, what happens is it gets a little bit sticky on the surface, and we call that the pellicle. And forming that pellicle is crucial for getting the smoke to really stick to the piece of fish. Now I'm gonna place the wire rack and everything right here on the second shelf. This way we can get all the smoke around the fish. And we wanna give this thing just about 3 or 4 hours to let that smoke really soak into the fish. Well, our salmon's been on the smoker for nearly 4 hours now, which is plenty of time for it to soak up that smoke during the cold smoke. We're gonna take it off the grill now and head inside and slice it up. We've got some really pretty color on it now. Nice and pink, a little bit of browning from the smoke, but this looks beautiful. Now typically I would bring the salmon inside and stick it directly into the fridge, both to chill it down and just to kind of mellow out that smoke flavor. Today it's so cold outside that we definitely don't need to chill it down, but it still wouldn't be a bad idea to let it rest for a few hours. Like I said, the smoke's a little bit harsh coming directly off the grill, but it'll mellow out pretty quick. Also, speaking of temperatures, if you're cooking on a day where it's really any warmer than like 70 or 80 degrees, you probably also want to throw a tray of ice or ice water in the smoker with the salmon just to keep things cool, because you never really want that temperature to get up over that 85-90 degree range inside the grill. Now we're going to go ahead and slice into our salmon and see how we did. All right, so we're going to start down here at the thick end and kind of come at it from an angle to get some nice thin slices out of here. And these should hold together pretty well. Should be nice and firm from the curing process, which allows you to get those really nice paper thin slices. So we're slicing into this. We're not going all the way through. When we get down to the skin, you can kind of turn your knife out and just follow that skin line so that you don't pick up any of that with it. Now there's a ton of different ways that you could serve your cold smoked salmon. Today we're going to be building some little appetizers and some bagels. I'm going to start off with a little bit of cream cheese and add some fresh lemon juice to that. A little bit of our smoked salt, some black pepper. Mix some capers in there. A nice brininess to them. Maybe some chives. There we go, that'll be a nice little spread to go on our appetizers. So let's start with these little cucumber bites. A little bit of cream cheese on top. You can add one of these little salmon rosettes. How pretty is that? Of course, another great way to utilize your cream cheese and your smoked salmon would be on a delicious everything bagel. Maybe we get some onions on there. Add our smoked salmon. Little extra chive over the top. Beautiful. Oh, man, that's some poppable stuff right there. I just love the fatty, dense texture, carries all that flavor. It's definitely salty, it's definitely smoky, but that toasted fennel pop, just incredible. I mean, you could snack on it just the way it is. You don't even need the cucumber or the bagel. But next week, we'll have an even better idea for you, and that's our cold smoked salmon chowder. Make sure you check it out next week. As always, all of the products featured in today's video are available for purchase at allthingsbbq.com or by clicking the links in the video description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the recipe, hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to allthingsbbq.com/thesauce. All Things Barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.